Good afternoon, Leo. This is David with Tarot and Astrology for All, bringing you your lunar reading for this lunar cycle that just started last night. And do keep in mind that this lunar cycle, the lunar cycles they repeat every 28 to 31 days. So you might run into this kind of thing over and over and over again until you heal it. So if you've had any previous, ooh, look at that. This card was right about to jump out, so I'm going to lay it there. So you guys are sitting on something valuable, something precious, but this right here is telling me that it's necessary for you guys to express your truth. So, so with that being said, the black egg is connected to the fifth chakra, and the fifth chakra is connected to the throat. It's about communication. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some communication cards in here. And while I was doing this right now, the Euconite got hit right here. So I feel that whenever any of these stones get hit by something, right, there's something important. So Euconite embodies strong, harmonious relationships, promotes patience and persistence. So let's see if we see anything about patience and persistence in this spread. Draw one more animal spirit card, and then I'm gonna go into the book. Ooh, so you guys are presenting as a cheetah, and I do feel like you guys are running or moving very fast. I do feel like you guys are in a state of transformation. You guys got the butterfly on the bottom, so let's see what this says. I'm going to the black egg first. The black egg is speaking from an authentic voice or the truth. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is imbalanced, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in. Books draw us in. The concept of the truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true? To myself, or about myself? What is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment, in every situation. It is the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. So I am very, very certain that it's necessary to return back to yourself, return back to your mind, return back to your own truth. And this is what's going to allow you to move ahead or move forward with such speed that nobody's going to be able to catch up to you. But let's go to the cheetah. Cheetah, where are you? Okay. Solar force, action, achievement, and masculine energy. This is all you guys. This is all you, Leo. Technically, I would say that this is the Leo card in the animal spirits. So the cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah. It shines from inside this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements, purpose, and passion, and it's the best fuel for taking a cheetah's forward momentum, or the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why, which is exactly what the black egg was speaking of. To reconnect reconnect to the why before you start running. Reconnect to purpose. Reconnect to your soul purpose, your highest values, as they say in the non-esoteric terms. When you put this into balance, you can achieve anything, and you'll have boundless energy. And when it's out of balance, it's impatient and it's competitive. So there might be arguments, there might be bickering, things like that. But the reason why it's necessary for you to connect to source is because you guys had the butterfly right here at the bottom, and everything is hinging upon transformation. This is transformation of the mind mostly. It could be transformation of your passion, of your emotions, but I do feel this is more of the mind than the passion itself. Maybe it might be a balance of the both. Who knows? We'll see here as we start drawing more cards. All right, so Virgo, you guys might not notice it, but I was gone for a little bit, and hold on, let me fix this real quick. Listening to, oops, I accidentally called you Virgo. Sorry, Leo. See, this is how long it took. Okay, so Leo, um, what I'm doing here is I'm listening to fire, and I'm listening to fire because I find that if I listen to the elements, frequencies, specific sounds, things like that, it allows me to see more information into your sign, but it also helps me to see what's going on and to actually absorb the energy. So here's the cool thing. Um, Dealing with this energy, for you guys, there's definitely a transformation going on with the butterfly showing up, right? So this is just for me to recap. And with the cheetah, the cheetah energy, it's all about forward movement. However, if we go back into the book, the cheetah in and of itself is all about solar force, action, achievement, and masculine energy, right? So, to reconnect to the source, to reconnect to your true purpose, to reconnect to something which actually inspires you and not just motivates you, but actually inspires you to be able to inspire other people, right? That's the thing. You're literally meant to speak to inspire people. And so with this butterfly, you're changing, and there's a lot of hard work ahead of you. You already know it. Some of you might be afraid of it, right? Some of you guys might choose to withdraw within yourself. However, I do feel that to whatever extent, whatever you do, you will be industrious in how you move about this. And with Leos, it's necessary to speak your truth. So we're gonna go over here now to the Fairies Oracle, and we're gonna see what the fairies have to tell us. What do you have to tell us, fairies? Los Guna. Hmm. So I feel like with the 3 and the 9, this adds up to 12, which adds up to 3. And with threes, I do feel like there's a necessary need for growth, but this growth, I do feel, is going to come from some type of laughter, some type of enjoyment of life, the happiness, your sun card. And I do feel that with the black egg, it's necessary to speak your truth if you want to enter into this state of bliss or into the state of happiness. Let's see. The Laume, yeah. This is about giving and receiving. This is in this arena. I feel like it's the necessary to share your or the necessary need to share your truth. However, it's also the necessary need to accept the truth of others, if that makes any sense. So I want to go to the Laguna right here because I've never drew this card before, so I've never drawn this card before. Sorry, guys. What's going on with me? All right, so 36, 39. All right, so with Laguna, um, it's a sunken treasure, it's a discovery of the self, and it's adventure. In the realm of Laguna, the Frog Queen, it's extensive, both below and above the waters. So, if you take a look at this card, she is a frog, right? But she's a frog queen. And of course, if you take a look at both of these cards, they both got laurels, or what's known as a laurel, which is a headband of leaves and stuff like that. both of them have this headband of leaves. And usually, when you have these headbands, it's indicative of some kind of status. So both of these females in these drawings, they have some type of status, possibly divinity, because 3 and 9 equal to 12, which equals to 3, and then 3 plus 0 is 3. So once again, we got another 3, which is indicative of growth. It's indicative of creativity. And I do feel like with this, there's a necessary need to go on this lost adventure because it's necessary to pay attention to our dreams. Going on adventures, we tend to have a lot of different thoughts or ideas that might try to pop up. And because of this, we have that ability to dream. We have the ability to imagine. And what are dreams if not like things that our brain tends to imagine, try to put together, and what it dreams of, what it imagines. So with that, I want to go to the Lame, and the Lame, I already know what it stands for, but I just want to go in and let you guys know real quick. So we go to the Lame, which is number 30, and the Lame is about unconditional giving and unconditional receiving. So this deals in the realm of communication. This these cards are kind of repeating themselves. So I'm just gonna draw some more, a couple more, and see what we get. The Piper. Well, this is definitely about listening to something, and and it's receiving. It's about receiving these messages from the universe. You know, you might give prayers out, things like that, but sometimes it's necessary to allow those prayers to come in. And if you look at here, he also has a laurel too. So this could be about status, and of course, when it comes to Leos, it's all about status, right? You guys want to appear regal. You guys want to appear uh, with a high status. You guys want to be respected for your courage, for your adventurousness, for all of that. So, oh, the sage, nice. So this is wisdom, and this is wisdom that's going to allow you to move forward. However, I do realize that this wisdom is going to come from this music that the universe is playing to you, or this message that's coming to you. It's a message that's coming in. You have to be willing to receive this wisdom, this ancient wisdom, because the sage is it's an ancient being. And if we go back to the book, we'll see this in the description of the sage. The sage is wisdom, hidden knowledge, retreat, old age, and patience. The sage is also the shaman. Not all wise men are shamans, and not all shamans are wise men. But this one is both. Power informed by wisdom, and wisdom made manifest by power. This is also the face of the. This is also the face of Father Time, and we see the colors of the seasons surrounding him. Sometimes he is old. He is an old man of the mountain, the hermit who searches wisdom within for wisdom and understanding, and then he is willing to share it with any true seeker who comes to him. His blind eye enables him to look into other worlds, other realms, and the wisdom buried deeply within each of us. Where the singers dwell, he has reached the stage of life where he has let go of many of the activities of younger beings, retreated somewhat from the outer world of fairy, and has become more deeply immersed in the inner landscape of knowledge, inner vision, contemplation, and spirit. So when we see the sage, um, we see deep wisdom, we see an understanding of the intricacies of life, we see the understanding of the overall organization of things, we see how past, present, and future both come and meet up. And I do believe that to whatever degree you guys are experiencing this because it's necessary, because you guys are supposed to be coming into some wise knowledge. And like I said, being regal, being the wise leader, right? And you guys have the Rar at the bottom, and this card comes out to 7, which is also a number of divinity. But with the 7, I feel like there's a necessary need for reflection. All of this is sitting on reflection, and the Sage is asking you to go in, check check this energy out, check this information out. Once you come out, you speak your truth and you move, right? I mean, that made sense to me. I don't know if it made sense to you guys. One second, guys. Moving some things around. All right, so when we're dealing with Leo, you have a lot of the planets in Libra right now, which is sextile your sign. So with energy like this, it's an easy flow, and of course you got that trine to your planets with Jupiter in Sagittarius, which is another fire sign. And so there's a lot of growth and expansion, and I feel that this growth and expansion for you comes with these messages from the universe, and the music that the piper brings along with him. It's a tune from the universe that you have to be listening to. Yeah, see, Los Guna. Let me go back into the book because, as I said, I've never seen the Los Guna card until now, so I have to see it a couple times to get it into my brain. With Los Guna, it tells us to pay attention to our dreams because, you know, there's competition out there, but I do believe that with your dreams, you could be the one to step out on top. Also, with um, with the wands, it's about passion. These guys, they're not really fighting. They're actually just competing, and they're having fun. They're loving it. And I feel that if go into into any competition in the near future or in the distant future with the energy of the RAR and to have fun and not really to like fight, but more of like compete and test each other's strength or test each other's mind. Ooh, look at that. Okay. So the reason why you're meant to give and receive unconditionally, and this could be in the realm of communication, but this could also be in the realm of physical and material things, is because you're meant to be on a path towards slow and steady progress. Now, for fire signs, that could be a bit of a challenge because fire signs like to move fast. But if you're as intuitive as I know you are, Leo, you've already had ideas of this before. You've already had the thoughts that there are things that need to be done, and there are things that will take place. But at the same time, you got to trust the process, and you got to listen to these messages from the universe because you know if you're not receiving, then you're just gonna end up being dissatisfied. If you give, and and you don't take anything back, or you don't receive anything back, that's gonna add up as a poison. That's gonna add up as resentment. That's gonna add up as possible envy, etc. All right, so with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, it's necessary to listen to the Piper's music, and it's necessary indeed to connect to the energy of the Piper. And I know the Piper's about music, but let me see. There's more that I need to tell you guys. There's more that I need to tell you guys. And, to get what you want, the Piper says that you try polite requests and gentle, patient persuasion. It's about harmony, it's about order, seduction, and empathy. But, one of the things about the Piper is to ask for it and then wait patiently. So, all of these frazzled emotions that you may have, trying to move forward but not having the right information, trying to move forward but not having the right steps to take, etc. That's all because you need to sit back and really reflect on where it is that you're trying to go, and try to see what direction you're trying to go in, because the sage is trying to teach you something. The sage is trying to show you the wisdom that he's learned. He's trying to show you that if you listen to the universe, if you listen to this tone, this frequency, it'll allow you to open up. It'll allow you to shine your soulless or your solar energy, and um, it would allow you to be able to move ahead quickly and with a purpose. And this transformation is not too far. Yeah, this transformation is not too far ahead. This energy that you're feeling is a Martian type energy, but it's an energy that's allowing you to step into your full power. Literally, this is you. I mean, not you, but I mean, this literally is Aries, but your wisdom, this wisdom from the universe, it's meant to put you into a position of power, into a position of authority. And what what's more important to a Leo, right? Than the status and the respect. And I know that's what you're looking for, Leo, because I know you're looking for this respect. I know you're looking for the status. Oh, okay. All right. So, like I said, this isn't going to be a very very long period of listening to the musical tone, and it's not going to be a very long period either that your emotions are going to be all out of whack. When the hangman comes in the reverse, things start to move forward rather quickly. And of course, with Jupiter in Sagittarius trying your sign, this is an expansive growth that's happening fairly quickly, and it's necessary though for you not to um, view things from a closed off mind. It's also necessary not to view things from the usual perspective, because when it comes to the hangman, he likes to listen to he likes to listen to his own self. He likes to do things himself. But when he's in the right side up position, I mean, when he's up in the upside down position, consciousness may get closed off. But see, when it comes to unconditional receiving, it comes to the memories that you may have of the past, but it comes to memories you may have where times were better. Um, this could be reminiscing. This could be the things that give you passion, right? The things that give you um, that emotional fulfillment that you need, and this emotional fulfillment is connected to speaking your truth. And of course, with the Three of Cups at the bottom, this is what you're headed towards. This is what everything is sitting on. So it's very very simple to see here that there's a necessary need to withdraw within yourself to gain this knowledge from the sage, which allows you not just to hear the universe's tone, but to also give and receive unconditionally. And then at the same time, this allows you to step into that full emperor power. So with that, I will now move on to your advice. I hope this resonates with you guys. If it does, please mention it down in the comments below. Like it, share it, subscribe to hear more. All right. So all right, we're gonna draw two more animal cards, and then we're gonna go ahead and draw your advice, going through the fairies and going through the Rider Tarot. Ooh, okay. So you got two cards come out. You had the beaver and you had the swan. So with the beaver, there's a lot of hard work ahead of you. Um, I I think you knew that already. But the beaver is industrious. He's hardworking, and with the swan, there's a necessary need for reflection, and this reflection could be due to healing because you got the frog on the bottom now. But and then you got the panther, but I do feel that with the swan, there's a necessary need to reflect. Look at your reflection. See what you're putting out, and then see how that would get reflected back at you, or see what's getting reflected back at you, and then see what you've been putting out. Either way, either method would work. And so now let's go to the book. Beaver energy is a hard worker, is loyal, tireless, and family first. The beaver personality is a welcome sight. These good natured and dependable creatures have infinite love and enthusiasm for family and express it by way of the earth element, providing a home, financial stability. Or providing a home and financial stability. Although a beaver doesn't usually initiate a project, once started, they'll work steadily for weeks, months, or years to see it through. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires your long-term steady effort, and it can also signify that it's time for some karma yoga or selfless service. To bring it into balance, physical labor, selfless service. When this energy is balanced, it'll be happy and it'll have meaningful work to do. But when it's out of balance, it'll feel useless and worn out. So, this once again hints upon the idea that this is going to be a long-term thing. It's not going to be something that's just quick and that's it. With the swan, though, it's effortless creativity, it's a sensitive mystic, and its elegant power. The swan represents heightened creativity in the Hindu mythology, the goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry. Rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there, to the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. This potent energy, this potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly. When the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention for solo time. An inner voice is waiting to be heard, an inner vision likely to be revealed. Once again, guys, this inner voice is calling out to you, and you just have to be willing to listen to it. That's the need for necessary reflection, and that's the voice of the universe, guys. That's the voice of God, Allah, whoever your deity is, whoever it is that you believe is the highest source of power. And you guys, I feel like you guys are going to be moving into a more intuitive and more receptive type of energy with all of these cards coming out as water. But let's see. The flea lion. Okay, so I have the idea that with the flea lion, there's a necessary need to expand your mind. I do feel like maybe some of you guys are acting out of fear, or want to act out of fear. For those of you who haven't acted out just yet, Tobias of the Waters. Okay. All right. Ooh. Look at that, the sage once more. I mean, when the advice is clear, it comes out more than once. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the book right here, just to see what this is telling us. The flea lion I've never gotten, and Tobiah of the Waters I've never gotten either. So this is going to be pretty interesting. All right, so the flea lion is getting it right, delayed competitions or delayed completions, and tidying up loose ends. So what's happening here is tying up loose ends in a sense of bringing yourself emotional healing, cleansing, and these loose ends are what are actually keeping you stuck to the situation that you're at. It's not allowing you to move forward as you would like, and with the with the flea lion, it looks out of this card accusingly, reminding us of the things undone, promises unkept, and duties unfulfilled. He says that we can't expect to have things go right when we are trailing so much unfinished business behind us. Dragging that stuff around tires us. It uses up energy that we need for other things. If we would just take care of these things that cause us so much mental and sometimes physical clutter, we could suddenly find that we have a lot more energy at our disposal to do the things that we really want, and probably much more cooperation from others as well. He especially suggests that we take care of the little things that matter to us or to others. We will feel so much better when we have done that, and so will he. That's a powerful message. The advice is finish this unfinished business, tie up these loose ends, and get ready for new beginnings. Because the black egg, though it might be about commitment, there's still potential inside this egg. It hasn't hatched yet, so when it does, it's going to be powerful because it's an ethereal creature. And who knows, it might actually give birth to a dragon. And dragons are very, very ancient and powerful creatures. So let's go over to Tobias of the Water. And Tobias of the Water is about emotions, and it's about serenity, meditation, gracefully accepting the changes that are going on. So, for a moment, close your eyes and just let yourself feel the cool, sparkly fairy waters flowing through your fingers. Imagine drinking this sparkling coolness from your own cupped hands, and imagine that the water flowing down your throat. Oh, imagine the water flowing down your throat. You may even be able to feel that magical energy filled coolness that flow right through you to your toes. Feel better? So when Tobias of the Waters comes out, it's about being fluid. It's about being able to adapt. It's about being able to change. It's asking you. I mean, actually, it's asking you to be fluid. The advice is that you be fluid like water. Is that you move uh, changeably like water. And Tobaira speaks to us of a particular kind of change, a change of the emotions, and possibly a change in health. Wow. We are important choices to make, or we have important choices to make about how we meet those changes and where we let them take us. Towards the calm, flowing purity of the fairy waters, or the boiling cauldron of hot temper and steamy emotions. The choice is obvious, but we sometimes forget that we have it. Tobaira reminds us that we do have a choice, and making it wisely or unwisely determines our future. Wow. So there's definitely a necessary need to heal the emotions, to make a change in the emotions, as well as making a change to the body. But what Tobaira is reminding us is that it's not impossible, first of all, and changing the emotions it's necessary. You know. So now we're gonna go to the Rider Tarot, and we're gonna see what the Rider Tarot has as advice, and then we'll end it. Oh, and then we'll end the video, and that'll be your reading for this lunar cycle. Do keep in mind that I will come, halfway through the month to give more readings to see if the energy has changed and to see if the advice is the same or if new problems have sprung up that need answers. All right, so you guys got the devil in the reverse, and with the devil in the reverse, I feel like that there's a necessary need to let go of addictions, let go of certain things that are keeping you chained, certain things that are keeping you tied, and as much as we might not, like, or as much as we may think that we're committed to something, it might actually just be a chain around our neck. But right here, we're told to we're told to loosen up the chains. They're loose. They could just fall off if we turn upside down, right? But look at you guys got the Knight of Pentacles once more, and the Knight of Pentacles it's all about the steady movement. The universe wants you to move steadily, and it knows that if you can make this change and if you can be fluid, You'll be successful, you'll be knowledgeable, and you'll have all your cups filled. Wow, look at that. Okay, so once again, this card flies out, and we're dealing with the Six of Cups, so we're dealing with the emotions automatically. And of course, we're dealing with the emotions of commitment, we're dealing with the emotions of love, and we're dealing with memories too. Stuff that we house in in our minds that we don't really say. And I do feel like the this is a sense of giving, right? This person is giving, the other person is receiving. This is what you need to do, Sagittarius. Give and receive. Give and receive. All right. And as the last card, we draw the Nine of Swords. Get out of your head. Get out of your head, Leo. Um, I know how much I know how much things may bring you down, but get out of your head, Leo. Remember the good times, right? Don't dwell on them. Remember them, and then move on. And remember how they made you feel. Remember that they gave you motivation, but don't let it ruin your life. Don't let it take over. Let's see what's on the bottom. Oh yeah, see, because you guys are headed towards growth and expansion. You guys got the Empress card just like Virgo did, and so this is telling me that you need growth and expansion, and that's why everything's happening. That's why there's a necessary need to reflect, and there's a necessary need to be fluid and changeable. But with that concludes your reading, Leo. I hope this resonated with you. I really hope that you can go through this period of healing, and that would allow you to step into your full Leo powers. But if not, then I will be back by 2 weeks from now to give another reading to see what exactly is blocking you still. And from there, we'd be able to move forward. But with that, it's all about honesty, guys. You have to be honest with yourself. So with that, I am David with Tarot and Astrology for All, bidding you farewell. Thank you for joining me.